Anything else?
That's it.
Ethel, you'll go.
I guess I'll just smack the one that is flanked with my mace.
Okay, roll with advantage.
$11.
That's with advantage?
Yeah.
Change your dice, I think.
Well, that was the digital dice, and Raya was the physical dice.
Okay, so as you take a swipe from behind at this guardsman, he's still clutching at the pain in his face, and he ducks down to try and assess the damage that's happened to him as you swing over the top of him.
Good. Yep.
Anything else?
No.
Do you want to move so then Rock will have advantage if he takes the one in
Well, no,
front?
because then I'll take a.
No, you're only 5 feet. You'll get
Actually,
that way.
yeah, I'll risk that.
Okay. As he's seen the mace swing over top, he turns around to see you trying to dart away from his movement and will take a strike at you with his spear.
What? My AC is 21.
And you're way too quick for him as he's very slowed down by the injuries he sustained. And the spear just stabs where you were, but not where you were going. Rock, it is your turn.
Rock tries to whack the dude in between Pebble and P.
Okay, roll with advantage.
Oh god, fuck this game. 7.
Was any of those rolls? Was that no? You not a 1.
It was a 3 and a 2.
Okay. All right, you take your swing with your club. However, this guardsman is keeping a steady focus on top of you, and even though he's heard some movements behind, he still manages to duck and weave each of your strikes.
You guys are rolling like me.
Yeah.
We might have to start playing on Wednesday nights.
All right, so Rock's gone. It is now the guardsman's turn. This bottom one is going to continue his assault on you, Rock. 14.
I have 15, so I
Oh,
will
yeah.
say
There you go. So goes to stab at you with his picked up this spear, feeling very confident after throwing it at you so expertly. However, you manage to dodge and duck. But during your movements, the second one down the bottom will take a strike at you. But you are too quick for the both of them, as they see these strikes coming and you're just ducking underneath each of them. The third one is going to do the same, though, seeing this repeated assault against you. He's going to join in for the fun, and this time manages to catch you on your way back up, hitting you for 2 piercing damage. As you manage to move away, but you still take a bit of the prick in front of you. And the very badly injured one in front of Izzy is going to swing back around and continue his attack on Izzy. But he is so very worn out by the blistered face and the pain searing in him that he just can't muster enough thrust as you just step back slightly and the spear is nowhere near you.
There we go. More fire.
And Slobberchops is going to bound up on top of the railing and just try and get a better look of what's going on. Sits there, licking its paw, stretching out its wings. Rhea. It was Rhea's turn. She's picked up her sword.
Same as last time.
Going in for the double swing.
21 for the first. On 8 for the second.
So the first one makes full contact into the torso.
12 damage.
And with a mighty blow, chops into the arm of the guardsman with so much force that the arm is severed from the body as the guardsman screams out in pain and drops to the ground, unmoving.
Sweet.
Nice
I want
job.
to bid it to Scufflebutt later, after combat.
Anything else for Rhea?
She will move to the dead body. She'll stand on top of the dead body of the man she just killed.
Sure. Then she's going to stare angrily with this rage in front of her, at the guard in front of her. Thanesh, your turn.
Alright, I'm going to take another pot shot at. We'll go for this one here, seeing I'm just
Yep.
sort of hit at different targets.
Sure, roll to hit.
12.
As you fire off this firebolt, you still misjudging that angle ever so slightly from the stairwell and goes up into the roof.
Alright, and I will, just take cover behind the arm of the stairs again.
Sure. Izzy, it is your go.
I will firebolt the dude in front of me.
Now, hang on. Just remind me, ranged spell attacks in melee range have disadvantage, correct?
Correct.
Oh, well.
Yeah, you still want to do that?
Yeah, because my other option is use a dagger, and that doesn't hit very hard.
Well, good.
Well,
He is-
sorry.
Yeah.
Anything that causes a save is not counted as a ranged spell attack. So, an attack.
So if I use frostbite instead, then
Correct.
Yes.
all right, I shall do that.
And this guy is very worn down, very exhausted, doesn't notice the frost creeping in around him.
Sweet. He takes 2 cold damage.
And while you could feel in your magic that it wasn't as powerful as it could have been, it's enough for this guardsman to succumb to the overall wounds and stabs that he's received as he lets out one very final scream from the chill and drops dead. Anything else?
If I move here,
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
Hey, I
yes.
just read the rules on ranged attack. It's if anything is within 5 feet of you that's hostile and isn't incapacitated, you suffer the
ranged
disadvantage.
spell. Yes.
Yeah. So that I always thought it was if you were hitting the one directly in front of you,
No.
but it's even if you target the guy a kilometer away, you still suffer. Just,
Yeah.
Oh,
So, so
I never
technically,
realised that.
technically on that twin spell, you should have done both of those at disadvantage, but I remember that rule. But that's okay.
Going forward.
Sorry.
I said, just going forward.
Yep, moving on. Hevel, it is your turn.
I'll cast Word of Radiance. Constitution save 13.
Is that for everything in 5 feet?
Yes.
Everything or everything hostile?
Each creature of your choice that you can see within range.
Okay.
So the 2 enemies.
All right, and they've got to do a Constitution save?
Yep.
They both fail.
3 for the first and 6 for the second.
Okay, so as you radiate this bright, emanating, damaging light out of you, you see the one on the southern wall let out a final blinding scream as it feels as if he's been eaten from the inside by this holy damage, and falls lifeless to the ground. And the second one, copying the full brunt of it being directly in front of you, lets out another blood-curdling scream. But as the pain subsides, you see the sheer determination and anger on his very injured face. Rock, it is your turn.
I beat that guy again. Well, I tried to beat that guy.
Roll with advantage.
Oh, 14 for 18.
That hits. Roll damage.
Ah, yeah. I don't even know what the damage is. That's a spell, so I can't see it. Sorry. 1d8. Oh, 8 plus 2, 10.
And as the guard has turned around, attention on Hevel after suffering this radiating attack, you give an expert clock on the back of the head. to a point where you've done enough damage. You've opened up part of the skull as he drops near instantly to the ground, unmoving. Gives a little kick and shake of the legs as he spasms afterwards, and then falls limpless and not moving. You wait a moment, and you feel that there's no more threat for the time being. You look over yourselves and you see you've taken quite a few stabs and hits throughout this fight. A few of you not too healthy. Thanesh is quite happy cowering in the stairwell, but combat has stopped for the moment.
I was not cowering. I stand up.
In
I was
terms
not
of
cowering.
In terms of health, we could do a short rest for 20 minutes. I could also cast Prayer of Healing, which will give 2d8 plus 3, but that's a 10-minute cast time. So I feel like that would be a good idea if we don't want to do a short rest.
Let's, if we need to take a breather, let's find a quiet space.
Cupboard.
I grabbed the arm of the dude that lost it, and I put it in the stairs next to what?
Slobber chops.
Yeah, slobber chops, and see if he eats it.
Slobber chops, very intrigued by what's going on, jumps off the railing and sees this bloody arm fall in front of it. She gives it a little sniff and a grateful meow and starts licking at the blood that's seeping out of the arm socket. Out of the arm, sorry.
We're going to be so devastated when he turns into a giant monster and kills us all.
Okay. So what are you doing now?
Coins.
Do any of these doors look like just cupboard doors and not doors?
Make a perception check for me, please.
And is that a window at the end on the west side?
It is a window.
14.
You look around and you see 5 doors, and each of those doors, when you came up the stairwell, because you were one of the first ones to come up, you recognize that each of those doors had a guardsman placed at it. On closer inspection, you can see that these 4 doors that I'm just pinging now look very much the same. They're the same type of wood make. They are a solid door, and they are completely closed over, so you can't see through them. However, this one down here has a little window towards the top. It's got some stained glass through it, and you can see that looks out onto a balcony.
How much XP did we get?
Very good question.
Ding.
Oh, me too. I got that much experience. This is weird, isn't it?
2,445.
You each get 32 XP.
That was not 2,445.
Yeah, that's significantly lower.
So
No,
I would say
5 lowly
32.
guardsmen that really took your number for a moment. Yeah, 32 each.
Well, the guards were standing in front of the doors. Five of them. 4 of them look the same. Maybe there's like prisoners in there or something. They're keeping watch over someone.
Yeah. I signal no, not that one. I just can't find my little token. At this door, and I, walk through it.
Yeah, 1 sec. Better check I actually did that one correctly. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so you look through the window, see it's leading out onto a balcony. You try the door, and the door handle clicks and opens freely. You see that there is a balcony just looking out onto the southern end of the house. You see the main gates off towards the southern, the main southern exit. This is a balcony that is over the top of the main entrance to the house. Is it the main entrance? No, not quite. Yeah, not quite, but close enough too. You see on the right-hand side another doorway.
Seeing that it's a balcony, Thanesh starts dragging the bodies out and piling them up just here in the corner out of sight.
Yeah, of course.
I assist.
All
I
right.
also assist.
You drag the bodies out. You find that the one with no arm is significantly lighter than the other ones, but they all get out there in a couple of moments.
Yeah, and I also go and retrieve the single arm from the stairs. Oh, is that what Rock
While
was
he's
doing?
doing that, I bring the cat. I'd be like, "We got more food for you out here. Come."
So if we're going to drag a body onto the balcony with no arm, perhaps somebody should use their cleaning spell
Alright,
to get rid of the blood.
I use prestidigitation to clean up the blood from the stairs and the floor.
So as you approach the bloodied severed arm, Rock, Slobberchops gives a very guarding hiss, protecting the food.
Smack it.
I attempt to woo it calmly. I'm like, "Oh, I've got more for you. Just come this way.
Okay,
We'll keep the fresh supplies."
do an animal handling check for me, please.
This is the one I got good points for, isn't it? Yeah, +4, 17.
So Slobberchops, while protective, lets you put the hand on the arm and pick it up, and it's very closely moving along next to you, just meowing, trying to jump up and grab at the bloody tip of the arm as you're moving along. But she moves with you outside, and as soon as you put it on the ground, very promptly resumes licking the blood up.
Guys, it didn't turn into a dragon and kill us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
might be worth locking it out in the balcony though.
It'll turn into a giant winged lion.
Can we suss out anything about this other door? Like, if it leads into, I'm assuming, a fancy pants office?
Do we want to do the other side first? You have to go to that one.
I know,
So-
I just want to get us all in here, like out on the balcony, to see if we can chillax for 20 minutes, you know?
So your first glance at the door, it is a solid wooden door that is similar to the other four on the inside.
What do you guys reckon? Do we chillax and do a quick short rest and get some of the nice HPs?
Alright.
Yeah, I think that's wise.
You guys all good with that?
Yep.
Alright, while we're resting, I want to keep an eye on this door in particular.
And do you want to cast snare on the other one?
Nah, I'm not long resting. I need my spell slots. Fuck the
Okay.
other one.
So before you start your rest, Slobberchops takes a break from licking the blood in the arm, and looking towards this western wall, she gives a very prominent hiss. A very aggressive hiss.
Well, that's sinister.
Sorry, Daddy, you were talking as well there, but nothing's
Sorry,
happening.
does she look like she's like hissing immediately at the wall, like right in front of her?
Make a perception check for me.
Ooh, ooh, I did good.
You should. You got like +10 to it.
To my passive, I do. So passive 15, but I rolled 19 for 18.
19 for 18. did
I
you
got
say?
-1 on perception.
I'm sorry, but that's funny. You've dumped all this extra into your passive, but you still have a negative.
-1.
Oh, that's good. So you see her, and you pay close attention as it's grabbed your attention, and you can see her sniffing. So you don't think that she can see something on this side of the wall, but she is hissing very aggressively, as if there is something on the other side that she wants to attack.
All right. Can I check the wall?
Should I?
Yep.
Sorry, I was misreading my character sheet. I have a 0 for perception, not -1.
Should
So
I
you-
just cast Speak with the Animals, guys, and ask Slobberguts what it's doing? Burns a spell slot. But
Nah,
Go for it.
there's
If you want.
something bad in there.
He seems rather intelligent. Maybe
How
we
long
could
does it
sneak out.
last for?
it lasts for 10 minutes, so we'll get to chat with it the whole time we're resting if we want.
Do we want to rest and then do it?
Oh, I can do it as a ritual, but that's 10 whole minutes.
Well, if we do that and then rest and talk at the same time.
What do you mean you can do it as a ritual? Is that opposed to doing it in a different way?
Yeah, so
Yes.
ritual spells, you can cast them and they allow, instead of burning your spell slot, I think you spend 10 minutes, is it, casting them?
Depends on the spells, but most are around 10 minutes. So, and you as a cleric will have access to ritual spells as well. And they got the R tag next to them. So they can be cast either as an action or you can spend a bit of time to cast as a ritual. You must, for the cleric and the druid, you must have the spell prepared to be able to cast as a ritual. I, on the other hand, as a wizard, I can cast those spells without them being prepared just by consulting the spellbook.
That's cool. All right. Well, like, if that's the intention, I'm assuming we can't do a short rest while we're doing a ritual. Or at least-
You guys, I can't do the rest, but you can. Okay, alright, I burn a spell slot. I want to talk to Slobberguts.
Okay. So Slobberchops is still hissing at the wall. What do you do?
I go, hey, bud, what's up? Something there?
Filthy impses, and it's that runt Thirstwell on the other side. I hate that guy.
Who? What? Who?
Thirstwell, the scrawny one of the bunch. Him and his dirty imps all over this house. I hate them.
He controls all the imps, does he?
Yeah, they're his little pets, and they fly around and try to steal my food.
Oh, that's no good. Do you want us to help you out with them?
Oh, yes, and bring me more food. I like the food.
Look, if you can eat this pile here, I'll bring you more. I'll sit here and watch this. This is like, for humans.
I like you, but I hear those imps. I hear them moving in there.
Ask how many. Not that I
Yeah,
can see what
do you know how many imps there are?
Oh, there's, I think, one at this point, but I can't be 100% sure. I need to see.
Is there anyone else in all these other rooms?
The rooms here are bedrooms, but I only know of this one occupied at this point in time.
Oh, nice. Can you fly?
Oh, you calling me fat?
No, I'm just wondering if those wings are for decoration. Because I've never seen a cat that can fly, and that's awesome.
It's more of a hover when we're not eating, and right now I am hungry.
Ah, fair enough. You get to eat. I relay this to the guys, and I'd be like, we can end this imposition. No, that's not right. If we just go into the next room and murder a guy.
Slobberchop says to you, those imps might think they're sneaky and they can hide, but I can see them.
I'm
Oh,
all
you can
for
see them.
the Imp Inquisition.
Can Slobberchops go into all the rooms without people complaining? Like, can he get into that room, find the imp, and then come back and tell us?
Yeah. Hey, Slobberchops, are there any secret ways we can get into these rooms? Or you can get into these rooms and tell us exactly what's in them? Like, you cats are well loved. Like, surely you can get anywhere.
I can only get in when the doors are not closed. I wait till they open the slippery doors and I get in their legs.
Cool. Alright, so you know that there's someone in the next room. Do you know, have you seen anyone else coming up the stairs today except for the guards?
Mistress Mother was up here earlier, but I think she went down below before.
Cool. I relay this to the guys and I say I think we should just barge into the imp room and end that and then rest in there.
I can use Mage Hand and open the door from a distance and let Slobberchops in. but otherwise burst in.
I can disguise myself as one of the guards and just open the door and let him in.
Could you just not throw on a guard uniform, one doesn't have blood on it, and do the same thing?
No, but I can actually make myself look like I'm a dragonborn. I can make myself look like a human.
I know, I'm just thinking if you dress up, you don't burn a spell slot.
Could be worth it.
We could just open the door and bottleneck them like we did those skeletons.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
might be a secret way out or something like that. I'm
No,
happy
Hey,
to.
Slobberguts didn't say anything, and Slobberguts likes them.
Now, I'm happy to cast disguise self, but I reckon we should do a quick rest first. Oh no, you got 10 minutes to talk with him, don't you?
Yeah.
Alright, so I just straight up cast disguise self and make myself look like one of the guards outside.
Okay. You do that, and you're now looking like one of the guards. Yeah, I think that's it, isn't it?
Yep. Now, I think... Can I change my voice as well? No, I just adapt the form. Okay. So, I'm going to pick up one of the spears from the bodies.
So it does say you make yourself, including your clothing, armor, and weapons and other belongings on your person, look different until the spell ends. So you don't have to pick up one of their weapons. I was looking at that to see if you need
I'll
to.
make my staff look like one of the spears
Yep.
that they were holding. And I'll say to Rock, I said, hey, tell your new friend to follow me, and I'll let him into the room. And then I'll walk back outside and pretend to stand guard. And then if the cat walks by, I'll open the door for him.
Hey, Slobberguts, how about we'll take care of the imps if you, our friend who just transformed into, I don't know, one of the humans, if you go in and have a look at the room and tell us exactly what's in there, we'll help you get as much food as we can find. And trust me, we'll make a good pile and we'll kill your imps, because we don't like them either.
If you promise to kill the imps and give me food, I'll help you in any way I can.
Cool. All right, I'm going to come. I'm going to wait here. You have a quick look in when he opens the door and tell us what you see.
Gives you a hearty meow, followed by a hiss as it's keeping a very close eye. But it starts padding its way out into the hallway. Sorry.
Yeah, right. I look down at him and say, hey, just meow out the door when you want to come back out. And I follow him, and I open the door, and I just let him in, and I just go, here you go, kitty. And I close the door once he goes in.
So are you peeking through the door as you open it?
Um,
Are you doing it blindly?
I'll do it, if I get a chance, I'll do a very quick glimpse. But the idea is to look like I'm focusing on the cat and say, hey, you want to go in here? Okay, I'll open the door and let you in.
Okay.
You're trusting the cat's going to tell us the truth when it comes out.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes.
I think he hates the imps, so I'm all good with it.
All right. So just to say again, sorry, are you peeking in as you open the door?
I'll have a I'll have a quick peek. But I want to do it in a way that it's not obvious.
Okay. So you open up the door, and Slobberchops runs in very quickly. And immediately you hear a very loud hiss and one of those high screeching meows as if two cats are fighting, but this is coming from one. And as the door opens and Slobberchops runs in making this sound, the man in the room looks over and sees a guard's hand open up the door, and he says, "Hey, what are you doing? I don't want that freakish little thing in here."
Is that loud enough for me to hear?
Yes.
Okay.
It is before you've closed the door. Are you still closing the door?
No. I say, I'm sorry. Here, kitty, come back out.
What was going on out there? I heard battle and stabbing and fireballs going off. What happened?
Hey, the cat was just getting in. He was chasing one of your imps. up the top here. We had to try and stop him, but he's gone.
Make a deception check for me, please.
7.
I say we rush him now before Darty fails too badly.
Yeah, can we hear what Darty's saying?
Yes, you can, because the balcony door is open.
We move into the hallway.
Okay.
Yeah, we move like up to here, very out of the way, as quietly as we can.
Thurswell says, in return, you imbecile! I know what's happening with each of my imps at every time. Come in here now.
All right, I go in.
At the same time, Slobberchots is giving a very loud hiss, which you all understand as an aggressive hiss, but Rock, you understand it as there's one of the sneaky buggers just above the fireplace. As it bolts its way out.
Cool. I wait like a solid, 2 seconds to make it look like Dinesh is going alone, and then I just bowl in on afterwards.
Okay. At that point, Thurswell has discovered that seeing the short dwarf behind the man in the guard's uniform, he says, "Wait, you're not my guards? Prepare to die." And I'll get you to each roll initiative for me, please.
All right. What space are you on?
Rock will be on the doorway.
I got 16.
12.
80.
All right.
I got 12.
What Ray you get?
13.
Initiative, Dinesh.
12. My initiative bonus is +4.
Okay, sorry, Ichigai. So as he sees you guys enter, Thurswell is the first one to act, and he is. Hang on, let me check. I've got this right. And he is going to cast Sacred Flame on you, Finish.
Okay.
You must make a Dexterity saving throw.
I got a 12, but I will use my reaction to give me, I think it's a +4. Hold on. Yes, a +4 to the saving throw.
You
So
save.
16.
You can do that any time, can't you?
I can, but it uses my
Like,
reaction. so
any reaction.
yes.
Yeah, but you're not limited to spell slots or once per day. or anything
It
like
prevents me from casting any spells on my next turn. But I can do it, once a turn. But I'm only limited to cantrips afterwards, if I do.
that. Okay.
And he is going to move behind this bed, and as a bonus action, so he's going to cower behind the bed, using it as cover.
Does he actually look like he's scared?
Make a perception check for me.
9.
His eyes are sunken, and he is very frail looking, and you can't tell by whether it's just age and frailty or whether it is fear in his face.
Okay.
But he is going to cast a spell on himself, muttering some words, and you see some protection happens around him.
Okay.
Or like a protective aura.
Can I know it's probably not in my turn, but can I attempt to identify what spell he's casting?
Let me check. It's not a spell you're familiar with.
Okay.
It's probably cast familiar. Darty's never done that.
Just going through to see if any of you guys are aware of it. I don't know. Do you normally say if they're casting something that's a bit unknown? Should you know what it is?
One thing that you could attempt to do is to use I'll get me to make an Arcana check to see if I recognize it. So just because it's not in my spell book doesn't mean that I might not have seen it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Make an Arcana check. That's probably fair.
Natural 1 plus 5, 6.
Thank you. All right. You are not aware of that magic at all.
Okay. No, that's fine.
Okay. And it is Izzy. You are up first.
I shall move to here so that I got line of sight to him.
Yes, but he is cowering behind the bed.
Okay. So if I cast Frostbite, is that disadvantaged in any way, or does he get advantage, or?
Give me a sec. So first, I need to get you to do a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Three.
So on your attempt to try and attack him, you are overcome by a essentially magical force that would dictate you to move your attack to something other than the man you are looking at. However, you cannot currently identify or see any other targets, so your spell fizzles out in your hands.
Ooh, you all got lucky.
All right, anything else?
That's it.
Rock, you are up.
I transform into a giant spider.
Yep.
And with that, I gain blind sight. So anything in 10 feet that's invisible, I can see.
You can see an imp above the fireplace there, and let me just reveal it for you. Just recall that it's only revealed for Rock, by the way, but I'm just revealing it for targeting purposes.
Cool. I got to it and I fired it.
Okay, roll to hit.
I was thinking
Shit.
of like
13.
That hits, roll damage.
Oh, nice. So the damage is fun for this. So 1d8 plus 3, so 8.
What
Piercing damage.
Yep. So you bite onto the small body of the imp, and your fangs pierce in. However, there is a large amount of resistance as you are trying to pierce in with them.
Cool. It also makes a DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
And is this to become poisoned?
It is very much.
It passes immediately.
Cool. It takes half as much damage then.
And it takes. You see the poison try to seep in, but it is immediately expunged from the area of where your fangs were.
Okay, I chose poorly.
Bad luck.
I went the worst one possible.
It does take a bit of a wince from the bite onto its body, but as it sees your face drop from your own venom seeping out of the wounds, it gives a childish giggle in your face. It is Rhea's turn.
all right.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't move her, so she saw you guys moving out into the hallway, so she's going to be starting where she is now.
All right.
Imp Slayer Rhea.
Yeah, well, she'll just move to in front of the imp.
Yep, now with the attack that Rock did, that has revealed the imp as well to everyone.
All right, cool. And she'll do her multi-attack with a longsword. She gets 19 for the first strike and a natural 20 for the second.
Decimate the imp.
Imp
They
Slayer
both hit.
Rhea.
It's okay. You can keep rolling for Raya.
You can have it back now.
I think it's about time you just re-roll as Rhea.
She did 20 damage.
Oh god, that poor imp. And as she comes through and just completely slices at the imp, both strikes managing to cut off a wing each, as the imp now falls to the ground bleeding and stops moving after a quick moment.
Oh, good. That's her turn.
Oh, Daddy, the bomb was exploding. You missed the beep beep. The next, you are up.
Okay. I will take a swing at the imp with my staff. Or with my
So
spear.
the imp is a dead carcass on the ground, so
Oh,
you
sorry.
can roll with disadvantage.
I'll just swing at it anyway. That's what I just did.
Wait, are you actually going to attack? Because the imp is dead.
All right. I'll throw
Yep.
a firebolt at the old man.
Okay, can you do a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Yes. That would be a good roll. 21.
Okay, can you now roll to hit, please?
And that is a 22.
That hits, roll damage.
And 4 points of fire damage.
So as you shoot off this fireball, you see the old man. Well, you know him as Thurswell now. He just lets out this very loud scream as the flames ignite from within him, from the hit. The flame subsides, and his you could tell that even from his frail face, he looks very injured by what's going on.
Okay. I'll say to everyone, this guy looks like he's almost done just from that little hit. Do we want to
Oh, that'll be the brother.
restrain him?
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah.
We
Why
shall
not? He's the evil brother.
interrogate then kill.
Hevel, it is your turn.
Oh well, I'll move. I was standing at the fireplace thing, thinking that was a door. Yeah, I move to there. And you know what? I'll dash, because why not? And I'll get like right up in his face. Over
Okay.
there.
Yep.
Whatever. Deal with it.
No worries. So Hevel.
Has it been 10 minutes since I cast that shield spell?
No. No,
Oh,
you
good.
guys have moved pretty quickly because you did the exploration, and then there was a bit of talking with Slobberchops, but it's still active. You probably got about 2 minutes left in it.
Ah, cool.
Okay. So Hevel, everyone rolled pretty high. Slobberchop's turn. He is going to. Oh, sorry, she is going to very curiously peek around, and after seeing the dead imp on the ground, give out a very joyful meow. And Rock, you hear her say, "Take that, you filthy imp." And it is now back around to Thirstwell. His turn. And he is going to turn and point to you, Hevel. One second.
Don't point at me. He fails.
He's got a message.
Can you please do a wisdom saving throw for me?
I'm good at wisdom.
You're gonna die.
I'm good at wisdom.
No, but look, it's a 1.
16.
There was a 1 in it.
He turns and points to you and says, "Flee," but you are over determined to not move, as his command has not taken hold.
I can hear the terrorists repeating.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can too.
I'll turn it off in a sec. Izzy, you are up.
All right. I'll come into the room. And I wish to intimidate him. I want to ask him, why is he here?
So roll that first while he's sitting.
Scream aggressively.
Yeah, make your charisma check or your intimidation check, please.
12.
Okay, and that's your action.
Yep.
Yep. You'll have to wait for his turn to see what happens. Izzy's gone. Rock, Mr. Spider.
I attempt to punctuate what Izzy's just done and like get right up on him. Oh, actually, no. I get right up on him and start back to where I am now. Not right up on him. Where's the freaking tab?
Do you non-lethally remove a leg?
Just one leg. I shoot my web at him.
Okay, roll to hit. Oh, wait,
I'm in
wait,
the chance,
sorry.
guys.
Sorry. First, before you do a wisdom saving throw.
Before he gets your cheese in your face.
I get my wisdom. Which roll? I just rolled. Do you want that to be the attack or the wisdom?
The first number you give me is the wisdom saving throw.
21.
That is
Now
a
we'll
good
do
thing.
your attack roll.
Watch this fucking fail. Oh no, that's not too bad. 14 plus 5. 19. Yeah?
Yeah, just give me a sec. And that does hit.
Yeah. He is now restrained by the webbing. Do you want the link for it? Or
No,
you
I'll
can
go
do it
here. Yep.
DC 12 to strength check out. Blah, blah, blah. Someone else can attack it and break him out.
Oh, that's cool. The webbing is immune to bludgeoning. Okay. If that's your turn, Dinesh, it is your go. Sorry, Rhea. It is Rhea's turn. And she has heard the advice from Dinesh as well.
Oh, good. Well, she's going to attempt to. She's going to run up and try and knock him unconscious with her double multi-attack longsword thing.
Okay. Yep. Roll twice, both with advantage. Sorry. Keep those rolls. They're your attack rolls. But first, do a separate wisdom saving throw for me.
It's a shield, not just magic.
Wisdom 0. She got 10.
As she moves forward to attempt to knock him out, as she comes in with the butt of or the hilt of her sword, she immediately becomes overcome by a magical power as she's unable to complete her action and pulls her hands down to her side.
Lucky. I got a 21 and then a nat 20.
Oh god. She's gonna blow his brains out by just trying to knock him out.
You said non-lethal.
Yeah, I know you did. Dinesh, your turn.
I'll attempt to. Do we want to knock him out? Actually, I'll just say to him, I said, look, stop this. This is futile.
Yeah, he's restrained.
He's restrained.
I'm already
Surround.
intimidating him and waiting the results of that.
I said, if you continue to resist, your life will be forfeit.
Okay, make a persuasion. Is it persuasion? Hang on. No.
I'd probably
Persuasion.
say,
Yes.
yeah, okay, persuasion. Okay.
Yeah. Yours wasn't in intimidating. You're persuading him to stop.
That's 7.
Okay, no worries.
Any charisma roll, guaranteed sub 10.
Hevel, it is your turn.
All right, well, going with what they're doing, I'll try and restrain him. Like, I'm going to grapple with both hands, I guess, however we want to play it. But my
restrained.
He's covered in webs. He can't move.
He's very.
He can't move. He's restrained by me.
Oh, well, what do you want to do?
You're
with
going to
it?
restrain him on the bed, and he's already got jizz on his face.
Don't be
That's
gross.
intimidating.
Take out a knee.
How healthy does he look?
He looks very exhausted.
I'm gonna try and cut his leg off with my mace. I'm gonna smack him in the knee. Yeah.
So what's the intent? Is the intent here to do damage?
I want to fucking crush his kneecap.
Okay, roll to hit.
But
Say
don't-
non-lethally.
Non-lethally.
Yes.
Roll to hit.
7.
Wisdom save.
You do your wisdom save as well.
Which one was first?
You meant to do the wisdom save. Phil.
Do you have to
7.
make the wisdom save each time, or once you've saved, is that it?
No, you have to do it each time.
Okay.
It's every time he gets targeted, Daddy.
The answer's the same. It's 7.
You go to slam down with some force onto his exposed kneecap. However, the same magical force that had overtaken Rhea comes into you, and you just calmly put your weapon down to your side.
God, what a jerk. Whatever.
So Hevel's gone. It's now back to Slobberchops, and Slobberchops is going to enter into the room
Slobberchops eat him?
and looks towards
Slobberchops should eat him.
Thirstwell, crawling and rolling around in the sticky web, and gives off this feline giggle. It is now Thirstwell's turn. Seeing
One quick sec before you do that.
Yep.
Just for my immersion, what's a feline giggle sound like?
to everyone else in the room, it sounds like a very excited meow. To you, it's a very excited meow. Thirstwell's turn. He is going to roll around, and you see some pressure from his arms as he tries to break the webbing, but to no effect. He remains restrained, and at this point he concedes, and he says, "Okay, who are you guys? What are you here? What are you here for?"
I'd like to take out his kneecap.
He is no longer showing signs of aggression, but is very guarded. Now, Izzy, you are first to act in terms of turn order. Do you want to continue combat?
No, we want to question him.
Okay. Now, how long does the webbing last? The webbing
Until
is...
he breaks free of it, it doesn't have a time.
Okay.
Savage.
That's pretty good, actually.
So he turns to you, Hevel, as the one next to him, and says, cut me free of this infernal webbing and we can talk.
Talk. I'm more inclined to cut your tongue out so you can no longer control these imps.
I thought you were going to say tuck him into bed.
Cut.
He turns to you and says, what makes you think the imps are under my command?
Oh, that's what we heard. Are we wrong?
I may have a few message birds going around.
Right.
He gives a cough and a splutter. What hit him? Was it the fireball?
Firebolt.
Firebolt, yeah. He gives a cough and a splutter. Some blood comes up, and a few ash marks on his face start to flake away. You see him, and he looks very sickly, very sunken, with wrinkly skin. Come on, open me up out of here, and I will talk.
As they all start talking, I climb up the wall and onto the roof, because I'm a spider, I can do that shit apparently. And I come just outside the door, and I want to just sit on the roof and keep a lookout for anything. Like, hide it away. Stealth.
There's another floor above us. You said this was 3-story building?
Correct. So there's you're currently, so there's ground floor, and then you're on first floor, and then you know that there's one more sort of spiraling tower
that's
up
the
above.
tower. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this like a little chest beside the bed?
Make a perception check.
Dinesh just goes up and lays on the bed. Gets
19.
Yes, that is a chest, and you can see an iron padlock on it.
I try and pick it. whilst he watches.
You approach the chest, and he splats out, "Get away from there! You get out of my things, you!"
I punch him.
Non-lethally. Non-lethally.
Roll to hit with advantage because he's on the ground and restrained. But before you tell me those rolls, do a wisdom save.
14 wisdom,
You pass.
and it was 18 plus. This would be unarmed. 23 to hit,
And non-lethal.
Roll damage. He did say non-lethal.
Okay.
non-lethal. And damage on this is 4.
So as he spits out the command to stay away from his chest, you come with a very quick and fast right hook, pushing through the magical barrier that was surrounding, and you knock him cleanly unconscious.
He was annoying, whatever.
Oh, he was just starting to get a bit of, just starting to be fun.
No,
That's
we'll
not
give
right.
him time. What can we do to him while he's unconscious? So
Is
he's
his
a bit
bed
more
comfy?
respectable when he wakes up.
Continue opening
Yes.
his lock.
It is quite a finely made and comfortable bed. Izzy, you were wanting to try and pick the lock. Do you currently contain thieves' tools?
I do.
Can you make a dex check for me, please?
19.
You fiddle around, and this is the first time you've used thieves' tools here, so this is quite new experience in
Second
this
time.
scenario. And the first time you got hit with a broom, so don't do that. And you click away, and you feel 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the fifth one, that final click gives way and unlocks the padlock. You can now remove the padlock from the chest.
I do, and I open it.
Okay, you open it. You see that there's a jumble of wrinkled garments and some red wax candles, quills, some blank sheets of parchment, and some jars of ink. You also continue to dig through under the clothes, and you see a wooden coffer, like a separate wooden coffer in there.
I pick up the wooden coffer.
Yep.
I also say, Thanesh, you can have the wizard shit.
Does it look like to be wizard stuff, or does it just seem to be a typical scribe and just be writing stuff out?
Parchment and ink.
So make an investigation check.
He's a wizard, Harry.
I rolled poorly. My passive is high though. I got a 9.
So to you, they look to be the purpose that they look to you for this person appears to be just general writing equipment. However, you do see that these quills and parchment and ink can be used for your purposes as well.
Okay. Would I know how much this values to?
Let me get back to you on that one.
Okay.
Yep. So the coffer you're holding, Izzy, looks to have a lid on it, and there doesn't appear to be any locking mechanism that you can see.
I see if I can open it.
You can open up the lid. Inside, you see a mess of some gold and silver coins, as well as a thin vial containing red liquid, and a black covered tome. It has a title on it that says Apocalypto.
Cool. Is it written in common? Like, I can read that it says Apocalypto, or?
Yeah, yes, that is common.
Okay.
Give me a sec. I also need to look. You also see, give me a look. As you look through, I need to look up the describe of this, otherwise I'm going to tell you what it is.
I hand Rock the... Oh no, he can't talk, can he?
I have no hands.
I was going
And
to
I'm on the roof outside the door.
You see a cube-shaped container It's around about 5 inches
Did
on
you say pew?
cube.
Oh, that's way better.
Cube-shaped container, not a pube, a cube. It's about 5 inches on the side, and it looks airtight, closed. Yeah, that's all I'm saying at this point. It's made of iron to the touch, and it weighs around about 4 pounds.
Check if I can actually hold it. Yeah, I can hold 15 more pounds. All right. Do I feel any sort of presence or anything coming off it? Any auroras?
Make an investigation check for me. Or are you looking specifically for a magical aura?
Yeah, probably magical.
I just call out, I'm laying on the bed still, just staring at the ceiling. I say, look, if it's interesting, I could identify it for you.
I throw Darty the lead cube.
Okay.
Oh, is it lead?
No, iron.
Iron cube. Okay.
Yep.
Iron's okay. Alright, I'll sit up from the bed and make my way to the north edge of the room, and I'll begin casting Identify.
And how long does that take?
10 minutes.
Okay. All right. So you're now looking over this iron cube.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me just check to see if there's anything else. No, there is nothing more.
I'll also start casting a prayer of healing for everyone.
Okay. All right, and Rock is still outside looking. Ray is just sort of observing the room, looking under some things. Can't really find anything else that's going on.
There's nothing else in the room?
Make a perception check for me, please. So the room is it's quite plain. The windows on the western and southern wall are covered by some thick curtains. There's the quite elegant bed, which looks extremely comfortable, as Dinesh was sitting on it before. There's the iron chest. There's also a claw-footed iron bathtub in the southeastern corner, and the fireplace on the eastern wall. That's all there is.
Can I check Thirstwell's pockets?
So he's currently still wrapped up in the web. You would need to cut away the restraint.
All right, I don't want to do that.
We could do that after we kill you.
Okay, so he's still unconscious, but stable. Finesh is working away at the iron cube that was given to him. Hevel, your shield has worn off. Rock, you can feel the effects of your speak with animals coming very closely to an end. Sorry, yeah, Rock. Yep.
Yeah. All right. I come back in the room and talk to Snugglepuss or something, but whatever its name is, the cat, and I'm like, "So, you like this?"
I like you killing the imps.
Is there anyone else you want us to do?
Or
Like for you, we'd probably do it anyway. Like anyone else in this place?
or you could possibly look in the tower. I think I smelt some imps on my last adventure around there.
How do we get into the tower?
There's a little stairwell in one of these corner rooms. I think it's to the southeast. I saw. Do you have more food?
Yeah, we can get some. We'll go to the kitchen. We'll investigate the tower and then head down to the kitchen. For now, I want to see how many of those bodies you could eat. That's some fresh, fine meat.
Oh.
Remember, you've got like a stack of 4 humans to eat.
Oh yeah, I do. You're quite weird for a spider and talking to me. You know that?
You know I was just a dwarf talking to you, right?
I'm not dumb, you know, but you're weird for talking to me in the spider.
Oh yeah.
Normally I eat spiders.
You didn't find a dwarf talking to you weird?
Not when you gave me food.
Fair enough. I head back out the door, opening it for Schnugglebutt, so
Yep. He,
the cat.
Slobber Chops happily prances his way back out to the balcony, and you can hear some some meat being ripped away from other parts of the body.
Cool. Do we want to sit in here and rest, guys? Well, see if we can sneak one in.
Do we want to slap him in the face, see if we can wake him up?
I give a nod, but I've already claimed the bed.
Yeah, I sit pretty much right at the door, using all my spider senses to just listen, but otherwise I'm resting.
Alright, I'll lie in the bath then.
Raya's going to keep a steady watch over the top of Thirstwell. Before you all start beginning your rest, I'll say a little time has passed, and Thanesh, you have finished your identification spell.
Yep. Have I learned anything?
You understand that this is a magical item, which is known as an infernal puzzle box.
Oh.
Shit, this is the thing from Hellraiser.
Is that an item I can add to my inventory to look at?
Do not solve it.
So, if it can be added to your inventory, I'm not sure if I guess adding the Avernus things to your D&D Beyond should have those items there.
If it's a part of the magic items in the adventure,
It is?
it should be there. So
This
what
is-
was it called again? An infernal.
An infernal puzzle box.
Yeah, it is there. A wondrous item.
So I'm just
Infernal
seeing if it
puzzle
says what's in there.
So I get
Almost rather you wouldn't add it, if that makes sense. It doesn't say what's in it, but it gives a little bit too much away.
All right. So you want me to remove that then?
Yeah. Just add a note of an infernal puzzle box. While it is good to have, it just gives a little bit too much away, because part of the adventure is finding out what this box is and what it does. So I don't want to spoil the surprise too much there.
Okay. All right. So
But what you do understand is that a puzzle box in this case generally comes from hell, being an infernal puzzle box, and they're used to hold items. And generally, the only way to open them is if you understand the process of opening the puzzle box. If you wanted to, you can spend some time trying to open it. However, each one has its own unique means, and you feel that if you spend too long, you may get hit by something that will not be good for you.
okay. So if I get it, so I know it's a puzzle box. It contains something. There's
Yes.
a mystical lock or a puzzle, so to speak, to unlock it.
Yes.
However, it's effectively trapped. If I make a wrong move or if whatever, it will hit me.
It could do something bad to you,
Yep.
yes.
Okay.
Cool, you can carry it.
So I'll explain that to Izzy. And I'll offer it back. Do you want it? No, I'm happy to have it. It's like, hey, look, you found it. Do you want it?
Alright, I'll hold on to it.
All right, so you have the puzzle box.
Rhea overhears the conversation, and she says, "Infernal puzzle box.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard the Hell Riders talk about them before in the past, and they contain important. They can be used to contain important things, and they're generally given by devils. That's what I understand them. Maybe we should ask this frail man if he knows more about it."
That
Of
sounds
course.
like a plan.
I asked Thanesh, does the book The Apocalypto mean anything to you?
Would I know what that is?
It's the book we got from the chest.
Would I know what that is, Dan?
Make a history check.
I'm guessing the answer is no. I have a 6.
You have no idea what that book is. You've never heard of it before.
Alright, so if I open it and begin spending some time, because I can do a light activity, so would you say
Yep.
that reading during the short rest is enough?
Yeah, you can certainly read it.
In the list.
So, have we finished? Have you done that initial identification, which took 10 minutes?
Yes.
Yeah, he's done. Yeah, but you guys haven't started your short rest formally yet.
So
Well,
I'll
everyone
open.
gets 17 health restored.
Everyone's 17.
Okay.
Jeez, that's huge.
Yeah.
I don't need a short rest no more.
I'll still, I'll get some spells back, so I'll take one. Don't have to spend some die though, so that's good.
Rhea turns to you and expresses her extreme gratitude as she's feeling near full capacity from that.
Excellent.
No. So Thanesh, you cursed again.
So you guys are going to do your short rest?
Yeah.
Okay. And Rock, you're maintaining view, are you? You're still watching the door?
Yeah, I'm leaving the door open just a bee's dick. The cat just sneezed. Leaving the door open a bee's dick and just keeping an eye towards, like, how they're like down here.
Yep.
But towards all of this while I do it. Just sitting at the door, chillax.
Okay. Towards the end of the short rest, Rock, you transform back into your human form. And dwarven form, sorry. And the rest of the rest goes without a sound. You hear nothing come out from any other rooms in your nearby vicinity. Watching out into the hallway, Rock, you see nothing. Slobberchop sometimes comes in, gives you a nice little meow and a curl around the legs, and then goes back out to enjoy more human flesh. And as your short rest now completes, you hear the raising of Thirstwell, now awake and shaking in the constraints of the webbing. So please complete your short rest.
Guys,
Yep, I've done
I'm
mine.
turning into things again.
Yeah.
I just got a bit of noise in the background, so I'll let you guys take the lead on this. Let me know if I learn anything on the book, but Thanesh will continue reading as these guys interrogate.
Oh, yeah, sorry. As for the book, Apocalypto, you read through it, and it's a poetic prophecy that is by an unknown author, envisioning the end of the multiverse. It appears to be a fictional, entertaining read.
It's a story of Mortal Kombat.
I'll pocket the book regardless. There's no inscriptions or,
No.
in loving memory sort of scripture or anything else written into it.
Nothing. Just seems to be telling the story.
Okay.
I'll ask Thirstwell. What? You didn't answer our questions. What are you doing here? Why all the imps?
He turns and says, "I'll only talk if you promise to not hit me again."
Can I punch him again?
You can try to if you want.
I'm asking the group.
Threaten him, but don't do it.
Well, I am threatening him by asking you in front of him. take that as a
I
no.
say, Hevel, just put your fist really close to his face, and just so we can see it as a reminder. And if he steps out of line, whack him.
I pull out my mace and I just kind of hold that near his head.
He gives a quick shudder, as if get this away, and he appears fearful of the of the mace. He is constantly giving some strain against the against his constraints as well, but is unable to break through. What was your question again, Izzy?
What are you doing here, and what's with all the imps? So, 2 questions.
What do you mean? What am I doing here? This is my home. What are you doing in my home? Why are you here?
Is this not Duke Vampire's home?
And am I not a Van Thamper?
It's the sickly brother that
Yeah.
controls all the imps and was running this. He was overseeing the spa.
That is correct.
Bathhouse under surveillance.
So what if the imps are mine? I'd like to keep tabs on the family and make sure they're safe from people like you.
Do you know where your family is now?
My mother, she's in the dungeon below the villa with a man called Thavius Krieg. She and the former High Overseer of Elturel are plotting to seize control of Baldur's Gate.
Well, that's that chick we killed just before.
At the mention of Thavius Krieg, Rhea draws her sword out and points the tip very closely to his neck and says, "What have you done with Thavius? Where is he?" And he said, "He's quite safe. He's happily under the villa, talking with my mother."
And I ask, what about Amaric?
Amaric's under there somewhere too, but I haven't heard from him from the last little bit.
Ask him
What's
about
up
the
in
box.
there? Alright, I'll hold out the box and just make him look at it.
Open it.
Thavius, he arrived in the city a few days ago with that puzzle box. The mum insisted that Thavius let the family safeguard the item. Well, safeguard the item. She gave it to me to try and discover it.
Why you? What have you discovered?
Damn all this talking. Well, clearly because I'm the smartest one of the family, that's why she gave it to me, but blast these infernal puzzle boxes, not even I can get through its secrets yet.
Oh, then what? Oh, that's good. Have a look. You can finish him now.
All right, I kind of like, I rear back and I go to like build up a swing towards his head with the mace.
Wait. I'll tell you more. Just don't kill me.
Tell us what? What are you useful for?
So, we recently, my brothers and I, we recently stole a shield called the Shield of the Hidden Lord. We got it from a crypt under the city. There's a powerful devil named Garguth, and he's trapped in there, and he's vowed to help the Van Thampers conquer Baldur's Gate if he's released. Thavius Krieg is confident that he can devise a way to release Garguth from the shield.
What was the name of the shield? Sorry.
The Shield of the Hidden Lord.
How are you planning to get this devil demon out of the shield?
Thavius needed some time to study the shield to work that out. He's talking to us. Garguth is talking to us while we try and work it out.
See?
How does that help us?
Is that your question to him, or are you talking with the group?
Yep.
Didn't you hear? We're trying to release Garguth onto the city. If you go in there, you can stop it, and likewise set me free.
Tell us more about Garguth. What do you know about him?
I don't know anything yet. I've been spending my time looking at this puzzle box. Thavius will be the one who's studying the shield down there.
All right. In that case,
Now let me go, please. Cut the restraints. I'll leave the house. I'll run.
I punch him non-fatally.
Roll to hit with advantage.
Natural 20 on the first roll.
So roll your crit punch.
And he is now out cold for several days.
A 4.
He's permanently cold.
All right, and as you make a full contact and knock him cleanly out cold.
All right, Spider-Man. I say you like string him up on like the roof or something, and maybe we'll carry him back to the Flaming Fist when we're done here.
As
He's not a spider anymore.
you turn to Rock, you see
Yeah.
disappointingly that he's still a dwarf. As your face drops.
Disappointingly.
Um,
So, how about
Thanesh takes some rope from his backpack and takes one of the daggers that he had earlier and cuts him free, and then binds his hands as tight as he can.
Yep.
Why?
Also
You
binds
just
his feet.
restrained him again. It's
Yeah.
insane.
But like he could break out, but his hands are bound between his back, behind his back,
and now we can get in his pockets.
and it's tied. Yeah, I'm sort of like hog tying him, so his hands are tied to his feet, sort of.
And we
behind
throw him
He
in the
can't really move.
bath.
And then I take a bit of rope, I cut off a small bit. I literally fill his mouth with rope and try and gag him as well, and then put him where he is on the ground.
While he's doing that, does he have any jewelry that looks like family jewelry? Or any identifying... Well, does he have any jewelry?
Does he
We
have
can
anything
wear
on
his
him?
robes.
I know, I'm going to take it and say we killed him and looted him. Because we're going to go see his mum. We can get her real mad.
We could have at least asked how we could defeat his mom.
So, all right. So Thanesh, after a bit of time, you do cut through the restraints and you hog tie, gag him, and quite securely have him locked down. Ray is giving you assistance each time you go through this. Now let me look. No, that's not that. I just want to see how long he's actually unconscious for. Because I thought there was something that increases the time if someone's unconscious.
I'm not sure.
Once stabilized, the creature must roll hourly to regain consciousness. I don't know, maybe that's something else. That's a Reddit thread. That might be something else.
That's right. We can come back to him.
Yeah, that's all right. But he's unconscious. Yeah. So Izzy, make a perception check as you're going through it.
13.
Okay. Looking through, you go through the pockets of his cloak, and you find an iron key. And you don't see anything else of value except a signet ring that he has on his finger. And looking at it, it appears to be engraved with the words, "Stone hearts never bleed."
I take both.
Okay. Please add one key and one signet ring to your inventory. Should also say during the wooden coffer, would have you have examined the contents during that short rest?
Yes, because you said we got the metal box out of it, and the potion, we didn't examine that.
You didn't examine the potion, but in terms of the contents of the coins in there, please add 73 gold pieces and 120 silver pieces.
Did we also get XP from the imp?
And the big down. Twice. We've technically doubled the XP on him because he's gone down twice. Just saying.
Can you each add 50 XP?
We can farm XP like that, right? Every time we come unconscious, just whack him conscious. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I hand the potion to Rob and ask him to smell it. Is it a health potion?
I hand it back and say, what do I look like? A fucking dog? You smell it.
Alright, I smell it. Can I tell what it is?
It smells very familiar to the healing potions that you've received before.
Alright.
You can add one healing potion to your inventory.
Sweet.
While you're going through those final things and you've done the hog tying, you've searched him, Rhea now stands up and says, we need to continue our search for Thavius. He must have more answers for us.
Before we keep moving, Thanesh just sort of says, I just want to do something quickly. I begin to ritual cast comprehend languages. So I think this could be useful. So that's 10 minutes. So you guys can go on ahead, but I'm just going to finish this off.
All
right. Move into the hallway. Do we want to check these rooms?
So what we might do is we're after 10 o'clock. Do we want to end it there for today's session?
I think so.
I think that's a good point. You've just got a bunch more information to digest from Thirstwell. You've heard now of a Shield of the Hidden Lord. You understand that Thavius Krieg is here underneath the villa with Duke Van Thamper. And you now have in your possession an infernal puzzle box containing God knows what.
Centibytes.
And the tower is full of imps.
Slobberjobs is good at finding them.
So, for next week, comprehend languages. I can basically read and understand any spoken or written language.
Sweet.
And it lasts for an hour.
Okay.
Time to do another short rest. Did you do that as a ritual though?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Very good. But yeah, to Bondi with your cleric. So if you see any spells that have the it's R with like a picture of a book.
Yeah,
next
I had
to
a look after you mentioned it.
Yeah, so you can ritual cast those and not burn a spell slot to cast a spell.
That's cool.
One of the feats that you can take is actually a ritual caster feat, where you get to be like a wizard and you get to carry around a ritual spellbook, and you can cast the spells from the spellbook instead of having them prepared. I think that's what that is. And you can also pick 2 spells from a different class, depending on which one that you take.
Okay. Cool. Let's check out feats.
I don't think I can cast rituals.
No, I don't think it's a sorcerer thing, because all of your power comes as an innate sort of thing. I think any of the classes that prepare spells can also ritual cast.
Yep.
Bards can ritual and they didn't prepare.
Can they? Okay. Well, maybe the sorcerer can.
Nah, sorcerers can't. They just get extra fucking boom boom.
Yep.
Cool. Alright. I'll catch you next week.
Yep.
Sweet.
No worries.
Yeah, you guys are doing good. You're getting your way through the building slowly. Although when you think about it, you only went through 3
I was going to say
rooms.
two rooms, 3 rooms in 2 hours.
I think you might do a few more rooms on the next session.
Well, they sound like they're empty, so that should be nice and quick.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, how long did I suppose the talking, the resting, and the 2 ritual casts? So that's 20 minutes. What's the rest?
So the rest is 1 hour. Plus,
okay. If it's an hour, then yeah, I'm certainly back to my normal shape.
Yes. Yep.
So I thought I heard somebody say that we could rest or do a short rest in 20 minutes.
No, short rests are always an hour, aren't they?
Unless you have a means to make them shorter.
Okay.
Well, so, Bondi, are you applying for that job?
I put my resume in.